I don't want to alarm you, dearest, but I'm afraid I've lost the sight in my eye.
Move your hand, Nigel.
What a woman.
Hey guys, welcome to Can Nigel Become President? We're in Political Machine 2016. This game is actually a pretty cool game. I had a lot of fun actually playing this game. It was interesting. So we're taking Nigel versus Jeb Bush. No hate versus any Republicans or Jeb Bush or whatever. I just thought this would be a fun thing to do. And so the game is a lot like the actual election. So as you're seeing here, I'm building a HQ and upgrading it. And the goal with Nigel, if you guys don't know about Nigel Thornberry, he's about the environment. So
Mount Kilimanjaro, Africa's highest peak, and roaming in its shadow, that king of beasts, the lion, known to local tribesmen as
Cut.
my goal throughout this was to maintain the environment, to make sure people knew that I was about the environment, and also kind of jump into some of the key things that are happening right now, which is like fighting ISIS and that kind of stuff. Because most of the countries, most of the states, most of the states liked that I was for ISIS or for fighting ISIS. So that was my goal. Also, my goal was to get the bigger states, such as Texas, California, and Florida, because those have most electoral votes, and that's really important in the election. So we'll continue going through this, and I'll show you guys some cool things that happened during this game. So here's a really cool implement to the game, as you guys see right here. Things pop up, and it's just random things that pop up, and here you see the Money Man, which gives me a potential increase to my fundraising there. He also gave me money, and these things kind of just pop up throughout the game. You can have different things. You can have lawsuits happen. You can go on shows, and I'll show that to you guys in here in a second. I actually did a fair amount of shows, if I remember right. Yeah, here we go. Opportunity to go 60 seconds, which is to knock off 60 minutes in this game. And as you see here, I'm just trying to figure out what things would be good for me to talk about in different states. Here we're going to 60 seconds. So we'll check this out. And, more tonight on 60 seconds. And talking about infrastructure, which is something that's actually important to these days. And I didn't really know what to pick based off of what Nigel would say. And I was thinking, he's a guy that lives out in the wild. He doesn't want to have it be funded by taxes. He wants to have it be by the private sector. So I figured this was a good thing to say. But people weren't very happy on that. And the Keystone Pipeline, another thing that's actually happening. This game's really cool about they add that. And Nigel's an environmentalist, so you got to find other alternatives to energy other than oil. People didn't like that too much, but it still seemed to work out in my favor a little bit. I got some of the Democratic votes, and I got some of the environmentalist votes, which is pretty cool because that's what I was going for. And then we head up to our home state in Washington here, and talk about the environment. Do it in Oregon, easily one of my favorite states in the country. And I felt like from there I had the West Coast. I feel like I could take over the West Coast, and that was pretty big. For me to try to do that. I know the East Coast was also very important, so I was going to start heading over to the East Coast after I did my little run in the West and try to pull out a couple ones early. And here we go. This is kind of cool. You can pick your running mate here, and I went with someone that I figured wouldn't give a whole bunch of craziness, and I looked, and he has 10 appearance. So Martin O'Malley is my running mate in this, and he has Maryland, which is kind of really important if you know Maryland. you know, really important to have. And that kind of gets up on the top of the East Coast where New York is, and that was really important for me to get. That really kind of saves, you know, some of the polls, and hope that if I don't win Texas, because Texas is normally a Republican state, that I have a chance to continue to get those electoral votes in the public vote. So that was really important for me to get. And as you see, I'm down kind of in the south right now doing some that operatives, which is really cool because you can pick people that help you, you know, run, and they give you certain bonuses. Like this one makes it so it's 4% per week that you get known. And here they're starting to say that I'm starting to have a winning edge in the polls, which you never know, because while you're over speeching at some state, the other guy could be taking your other state that you're really important. And somewhere in here, I started noticing that California was no longer blue anymore. That it was gray, and that was a really important state for me to try to win over. Same with Florida. As you see, I have a 50-45 advantage there, and I'm going to go over to Texas and check that out. And I'm losing just by a little bit, so I'm going to try to do that a little bit. As you see, another travel opportunity pops up, and I started just, you know, I decided I need to work on my speeches. I need to get people knowing about who I am. I need to start winning these big states. You know, the fun games are all over. This is the real time.
That was smashing!
Head back over to California. I realized that I'm actually winning by a fair amount, but the game doesn't want to tell me that I'm blue because I haven't been over there in a while. So we're, you know, just by my emphasis being there, I go up to blue, and we seem to have taken over a lot of the West Coast, which was my goal from the beginning. And here we are towards the end of the election race. We got a 49-43 percentage win right now on the polls. We're week 24 out of 26. And towards the end here, I'm just kind of trying to figure out what could make people happy, what wouldn't. And just looking at what would happen if I made it so the opponent doesn't like it, if I prefer it. And as you can see, I have a clear advantage in the West Coast. The West Coast likes me a lot. And here I'm just trying to get a little bit of the South, you know? And I'm starting to get some of the middle, and that is huge to try to get. I didn't think I had much chance left in Texas. I hadn't been there in a while. And I was just like, you know what, I need to go get these other states. If I lose Texas, it is what it is. I got to start getting some of these other ones. And I just started pushing through these states in the last 2 weeks, hoping that I could try to win over the election. Here's the fun election. Doing well in the East Coast up at the top. That Martin O'Malley is helping out a lot. We lose Florida, which is kind of big right now. He's got a lead on us, and then we start hitting the middle. We lose Texas. We're about tied right now, and then we hit the West Coast, and it's clear advantage. 270's the win, and of course our state's the winner. That we win, and we beat Bush by 140 votes. And Nigel Thornberry is your next president of the United States, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a blast doing this game. It was actually a ton of fun. Make sure you guys leave a thumbs up, leave a comment if you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope to see you guys in some more videos to come. Hope I can implement Nigel into some more videos. I've been watching a lot of the old cartoons, hoping that I can pick up on some stuff, and we'll see if we can input that into some more videos. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.